now there are three or four curiosity in my head. Okay, um, um, and these are just a common conversations which we have on. So one, penetration of internet is almost fastest in India. Number of mobile phones probably largest in India. Number of media houses and generation of media, in terms of content production, highest in India. This is the context of a digital thing, right? So if there is an explosion which is happening digitally, it is happening in India, and probably it will skip a lot of other cycles which are,
Yes.
it will leapfrog. On the other hand, we are a democracy, and one of the criticism of democracy has been that you have to take everyone together, hence it slows down. And there has been a fashionable comparison of India versus China and how it has done. So I would like to learn from you first that how do you cater to that one. Second thing, India is a very young country, and probably for a large part of a decade or maybe couple of decades, it will be one of the youngest country, right? And they they are not born in an age where virtues of constraint was taught as a value. Okay, so they are highly aspirant. They want to achieve a lot of things. They want to probably achieve a lot of things in a very short span of time. So one is democracy, one is aspiration, and one is this digital thing which is happening.
Sure.
What is your view on that, and how do you channel this?
I think there are ways of doing this, and this is but natural, which is the young. See, aspiration. Let me correct one thing. Aspiration is not just now limited to the young. Yeah, the young are larger in number. Aspiration gets, defined by what you're seeing and what you're getting influenced by, and aspiration has no linkage to your ability to reach that aspiration. Correct? I want a Mercedes-Benz car, irrespective of whether I can afford it or not. That's now I may never get a Mercedes-Benz car, but I still think that is something I would like to. So that is the biggest thing that has happened. So whether you're old or young, there is an aspiration. When you've been exposed. Now, the way to go about this, the differential aspiration, which is what you're talking about, which is the democratic handling of this. I think Indians, while I don't want to say we are tolerant, I think we want to be heard. Now, if I were to drop it to organizations and companies, every organization, my organization has huge diversity, huge. We came from a manufacturing background, making, whatever, machining parts, and we are moving into the digital world. We have young kids who are digitally savvy, digital natives, and manufacturing guys who only know how to run a machine. But they work together only because you bring them together for the bigger cause. That, we are going to be whatever, $5 billion, $10 billion, and we're going to do this journey. And that young digital kid admires the manufacturing guy, saying, wow, I would never have been able to do this micro finishing. And this guy, as long as there is appreciation, I'm not saying that is tolerance, that is appreciation. I have respect for you. I don't know what you do, but I have respect for you. You have respect for me. Maybe you can't do what I do, but you have respect. So I think an organization building that culture of respecting, and that is where I am totally against differentiating. This current world of many HR experts is you differentiate. The talented guy gets 20 times more salary than we in our organization don't. Equitable. Everybody does his bit to keep the company's wheel moving. Therefore, you have to have mechanisms where you hear everybody. I'll give you an example. In my company, there's this one set of people, youngsters, they're at the design studio, and they dress in a particular way. And then there is this hugely conservative, and every time they'd come to me and say, look, how do you allow this kind of dressing? So I had to get the teams together. And then suddenly everything disappeared. Saying, those kids never thought this kind of dressing was anything wrong. And when they realized that we are working for the company, we are doing a good job, and how does how I dress matter? And these who had these conservative views realize that they are doing their job for this company, and how does dress matter? So bringing people together builds sensitivity and acceptance. You may not dress like that. I have my points of view, you have your points of view, but we'll work together.